Since 2011, many of the young stars in NASCAR came through the ranks with the NASCAR Next initiative. This program was designed to help drivers hone their skills on and off the track as they rose through the levels of NASCAR. For this show, we brought some of the original alumni back together again for a reunion to reminisce and tell stories from the days of old. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Hey everybody, welcome into NASCAR Next Now. I'm Kayla Vinci of Fox Sports, joined by Mamba of NASCAR.com. And you probably recognize all these familiar faces sitting around us because it's been 10 years since these drivers kind of came onto the scene trying to make their way into NASCAR. So what better way to commemorate their journey than with a reunion show?
I know, I appreciate you boys all showing up. I know it's been a minute, so we're gonna turn the clocks back. We've been kicking it outside. Everyone's got a nice cold beverage, so we're gonna have some fun.
Up. If you're a part of a reunion show, you know what that means?
No.
You're getting old.
I
hate to say it, but I mean, that's the truth.
I almost didn't come because of that.
All right, so let's introduce who's here today. Not that they really need introduction, but Kyle Larson first. Good to see you. I know you're always so busy with all your different racing. It's nice you made time for us.
I know. I think you sent me a few dates, and I was like, man, I'm racing on that one. So it worked out, so I'm glad I could be here. This is cool. We've already been telling stories and stuff, so this should be fun.
It's good to see you, Corey LaJoy. I'm so glad you're a part of this because I know you never shy away from speaking the truth.
Well, 2012 was the highlight of my racing career, so it's been downhill ever since. So here I am. Yeah, still hanging on by a thread.
And Brandon McReynolds, great to see you. Normally I'm working with your dad, Larry. It's nice to have you.
I think I got someone else's invitation, but it's good to be here. Like Corey, that was the highlight of my career.
On my side, RB.
Hello.
Like, you were part of the class, but you didn't race a whole lot with them.
Well, that's why I'm like mainly excited to be here. I was part of the class, but like I didn't run a full-time East schedule. Right. So a lot of the fights, I think, with these guys, I wasn't a part of. So like, I'm excited to just listen.
Except for Chase at Bristol.
Well, he's not here.
Oh, kind of.
Well, I mean, he's
here in spirit. We had to somehow have him represent.
I'll talk to him about it later tonight. We'll hash it out.
Well, you're gonna have to wait till after Larson talks to him.
I heard that's why Chase didn't show up tonight.
Probably true.
coming right from the man, Bubba. You know, that year you were running the 18s.
Yeah, that was probably the year of my career. In the best car in the field. Crazy how that works, but yeah.
Down there's the amigo, Daniel. You were running in Mexico a lot of that season, but you were in and out of the K&N series at the same time.
Yeah, 2012, that was the year that was kind of like transition year. I was back and forward, kind of like Blaney. I was running most of the races in 12 in the K&N East, and I got to hang out with these guys. It was kind of interesting because at the time I didn't speak English, so we're hanging out.
You still don't speak English.
I mean, he learned.
Spanglish. There will be subtitles provided.
You know, Caitlin, at the end, down
I
there,
see him. Yeah.
He's here, but he's not here. Chase was a part of the class. You guys all raced together, and that's why we have you here, and you race together now in different aspects. You know, we needed Chase to be here.
Mamba, you were a part of that.
You were my guy.
Yeah, you were his guy.
I know.
Don't leave that out.
We got that ring together.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Don't leave that out.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We are going to talk a lot of racing stories, obviously, throughout the night. But you race all the time, though. You said it. And how do you balance everything that you got going on? That's good answer.
That's what I know.
No, it's been busy. Last year I raced as much, but I won a lot more, so it felt way easier.
You're a dad of 2 now. How has it been juggling 2 kids?
It kind of sucks.
Does it? Hey, I know it's not a walk in the park, is it? It's hard.
You should have just held up your glass too.
Cut that part out. No, leave it in there. It is tough, but Kelly's crushing it.
You have so many different things on your plate from the different roles you're juggling. How's your kind of day-to-day go for you?
Well, I deal with Noah Gregson and
That's
Cole
what I'm
Custer,
thinking.
so that's exciting.
That's a whole job in itself.
And they're polar opposites.
Yeah, that's not the same. That's not the same.
I think all of us are interested.
Don't forget about Ross.
Yeah, nice. It's been a fun year. It's been busy working on the management side during the week and then spotting for Ross and get to work with Daniel some as a teammate over at Trackhouse, and what they're doing is really cool.
RB, Man, you're the $1 million man here, but cool too. You got to race with the old man.
Really enjoyed racing with Dad. I got to race around him a lot at that SRX thing at Sharon, and that was really cool. My only thing, I was like, I'm not letting this guy pass me on the top. And sure enough, it was very demoralizing as a son, but that was super cool. But no, it's been a lot of fun.
His dad is still a badass, by the way, in case anybody watching doesn't know.
Yeah, Dad still runs. He probably runs 20 times this year.
Yeah, he made the King's Royal this year. Runs like 3 sprint car races a year.
Bubba, you just got recently engaged. We were talking about that out there.
A year ago, that's recent, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's
Your
recent.
wedding photos are amazing, by the way. Interject there.
Yeah, because it has nothing to do with him. If you notice, he's just sitting there.
Package deal there. Do you do any of the planning? You helping?
No.
No. That's more.
Nobody want to sign the check.
I'm gonna be obliterated at your wedding.
Daniel, life's been pretty good down there for you.
It's been great. Already, racing with Trackhouse has been a lot of fun. Everything off the racetrack has been also very, very cool. With Julia here in the United States, and then family back in Mexico.
That's awesome. Good for you. It's been a great season for you. Fun to watch you. Fun to watch you always, I would say, race. How's the year been like following up winning a championship? Has it been kind of about what you expected or not?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't expect to do what we did last year. Last year was unreal on many levels, and this year being like a new race car and so many unknowns, I knew it wouldn't. I mean, I obviously hoped that it'd be as good as last year, but I knew that it would be tough to replicate a year like that. So
when you go from winning like 60% of your races to like,
the
25%,
it's
gotta be tough.
We feel bad for you, man. We feel bad for you.
I was gonna say the last 2 years has been, winning percentage-wise, has been really good in all forms of racing. This year, I'm like 12%.
Young Money, more like lots of money over here should be his new name. What's been the highlight for you? What? I'm just saying.
No money. Young money to no money.
No money.
Broke. Moving on to the next
Pennies.
Stacking
pennies. Stacking pennies.
Oh, God.
Some got sandcastles and pennies in his house.
No, the difference is we know how many races we won.
Yeah.
I'm serious, Corey. What's been a highlight for you this season?
I think just salvaging a decent amount of time Cup careers is quite. For me, it's I've been doing this thing way longer than I expected to do it.
And what about for you? What's maybe a moment that stands out so far this season and all the different things you got going on?
Wrecking half the field.
I paused because I knew something was going to be said.
Gateway, no? Gateway, why'd you have it?
Yeah, checkered flag at Gateway
audio
was
from
good.
Gateway's the best.
Checkered flag.
Oh yeah, another one's coming. Another one.
Clear with contact.
It's a tough dude. This is,
Can you ask a different
Yeah,
question?
hard critics.
You got a different question for me?
What's the
No, I think the coolest moment of the year, like there's been a lot of cool things that have happened. I swear the main thing that stands out, other than the handful of wins that Trackhouse has gotten, it was the coolest thing seeing my dad, crew chief for Jeffrey Earnhardt down at Talladega. To see him in the garage area sitting down there talking with Jeffrey, like I had like a flashback of when I was a kid, like watching him and Dale interact.
Yeah.
Very cool for
Almost
Larry.
won it too. Yeah, almost. I had a good shot.
It was cool to see his emotion on the box.
Oh, he's pumped
coming
up.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
RB, what's that?
What's up?
What's up, baby? What's a highlight for your year?
The window net. Putting the
Yeah.
window net
Yeah,
back.
winning that.
getting the window net close enough?
My shoulder is still hurting. It was up enough.
Can you explain
Crazy
what you did?
how it. Do you want me to like tell the whole?
Because it wasn't up.
Yeah.
It was up.
It wasn't up.
It was
up
like
enough.
it was
You're
like
gonna
You already got the money.
it was like 63-year-old man.
The check was cash.
It was like 63-year-old man good enough to do it up. Like that's what it was.
Like a couple blue pills. Shit.
Good enough to do it. It was up. So I don't even see the yellow flag. Like it wasn't even. He was
Well,
waiting.
you're going fast.
Yeah, I mean we're going 180 miles an
You're
hour.
never looking at the flag.
And I don't look. Yeah, I'm not looking at there. I'm
We're
not
the
like
only
gazing.
track that has lights in the fence and everything. The whole place lights up when you get there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll write you a $1 million check to shut the up. Well, I never saw it, and Josh said it was over. 2 seconds later, he was like, hey, it's not over.
You're like,
and the thing's already unbuckled.
Oh, God.
And like, talk about panic city.
Oh, panic.
I mean, and can't get it. I mean, you're not going to get the net.
Doing it
No,
right way
it takes two people.
With a wrench.
There's no,
Trying to put that thing up.
dude, I'm talking full belts undone on the seat, like trying to get the belt, trying to get this thing. So they ran like 4 or 5 laps under caution.
Waiting for you. Get it on. Get it on. Pull it up.
And I'm like, they're waiting on me. I'm trying so hard. And it pissed me off so much more when they threw the caution for, because it was not like for, it didn't need the yellow.
Yeah.
So I was like, I ain't gonna get it. So I took it out of the back loop and just lashed the top, lashed the belt buckle, and just let it hang. I was like,
it's on there.
It's good, it's on there. And the thing, so we're going down the backstretch to take the checkered, and the thing comes off and hits me right in the helmet. So I grabbed it, I just put it down in the door. I was like,
yeah.
No yellow, please, God. We got off track there. Bubba, what's up with you, man? What's going on? We got way off track.
Thanks, bro. Thanks for the assist.
I feel like we got way off track.
Yeah, but what's the highlight of your season so far?
Highlight?
Yeah.
Michigan, I think.
Yeah, Michigan finishing second there. I still replay that restart in my head, what I could have done. Restarted 4th behind Harvick. Larson would have been bottom. You'd have taken the front row there. If I would have stayed top.
Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Right? Yeah, I mean, you have to take the front row, but it's like, damn, we were so much better than Harvick all race.
Daniel, amigo, what's the highlight of your season?
The taco, right?
Yeah.
I think that was a great TV highlight.
A pretty good highlight. I mean, everyone, you have no idea how many people
it's awesome.
were talking about the taco in Mexico. It was very funny. It was very funny to hear Tony Stewart on the broadcast. Oh, the item in front of the race car is a taco.
So it's been 10 years since these drivers came onto the scene of the NASCAR Next program, did a lot of interviews at the time that you may not remember. We want to drag up some of the old footage.
Can we get some more alcohol coming first?
Do I need a drink first for this?
Thank you.
A lot of NASCAR fans know the name of Kyle Larson now as a driver.
Nah, not really. Everywhere I go, they're still, oh, you're the guy that wrecked at Daytona, how are you doing, and all that. I wish they'd know me for racing instead of that wreck.
10 years later, I'm pretty sure, do people know who Kyle Larson is? I'm not sure.
There for a while, it didn't seem that way.
Tell us your thoughts, Kyle. What's on your brain? Let's know Kyle Larson.
From 2013?
No, I want to know your thoughts. People don't know Kyle Larson. We want to know what makes you tick.
My crew chief last night sent me a picture of him holding that sign, TNN, for my 7th birthday.
Well,
I want my 2 front teeth or a sprint car. I said, I wish I'd have bought that son of a baseball mitt.
That's accurate.
Some of those guys like Kyle Larson and Darrell, they've been hyped up and talked about for a while. You've been a little more under the radar. You find that to be an advantage, maybe, or?
I honestly think it's going to be an advantage, kind of flying under the radar. Because all the hype behind you, if you don't perform, it makes you look even worse. So when you do perform, it really shows. Like, hey, where did he come from?
Kind of flying in under what they were all doing because you were racing a different way helped you out, or?
Yeah, just at the time, we were racing a different way. Dad's mindset at the time was, hey, let's run you at these tracks to where you can go run trucks or Xfinity or even Cup cars, get you experience. I think that's why I kind of said that. But yeah, I really actually enjoyed it. Not doing the full season grind, honestly. I personally really loved the K&N cars. They were so much fun.
That was fun.
Like the Biosply tire, the steel body stuff was one of the coolest cars I can remember driving growing up. I think it definitely taught all of us sitting in this room a lot when we were in it.
I always think watching those races now, when I was in it, I used to think that people were watching us.
Right. Yeah. It's the biggest crowd you've ever been in front of.
Jimmy Johnson is watching this race right now. Now that the I had never watched
those races.
And I wonder if those kids. I wonder if those kids are like.
Guys' hearts.
Kyle Larson's watching.
Mom, Dad, I just watched this episode of this thing, and Kyle said he doesn't watch us, so I think I'm gonna quit driving.
Do you like tweeting?
Yeah, for sure. I like tweeting. You gotta watch what you say, watch what you tweet. But I enjoy, interacting with the fans. I think we're at 16,000. So That's pretty good.
Bubba, at that time, you were at 16,000 followers on social.
Hey, how many MySpace followers do you have?
Everyone was watching.
Yeah.
Every time 16,000 people
Top
watching
eight.
Was it top 8? That's what I
Ron
wanted.
Sugar top 8 back then.
Yeah, he was top 8, yeah.
Probably because that diamond earring you had in your ear.
I was literally going to say, the first time I interviewed you, you had a diamond stud. Why'd you take it out? You should rock that again.
I see the hole.
I became the stud myself.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Man, I had an earring in since 4th grade, and it just kind of felt like me. Until I realized it wasn't me.
Who is this guy in the middle?
I think you should bring it back.
My hole is like permanent. Yeah, I might bring it back.
It wasn't a stud.
It was
It was
a stud.
square is what it was.
It was, like, was that a cubic zirconia or a...
That was real fake.
You're gonna
Real Spencer's fake.
$30 from Claire's.
Yeah, from Claire's. Daniel, trying to learn English and at the same time make friends and incorporate yourself to the life, to the industry.
And honestly, believe it or not, the NASCAR Next 9 program really helped me a lot because one way or the other, it made me hang out with all these guys. And probably we couldn't communicate, but in my mind, we were already buddies, you know, and we were hanging out there, we were hanging out over there, learning, you know, how to do interviews. I remember, you know, Coleman Presley, he was my crew chief, and now he's spotting for Joe Logano. And we had a mechanic on the shop that, you know him, remember Walleye?
Oh, Walleye! Yeah,
So Walleye,
radiators at Stuart
believe it
Haas.
or not, Walleye was a huge guy for me to speak English.
Yeah.
That guy, every single time that I was going to the shop, at the time I couldn't speak English. So you know, my goal was to at least be able to do an interview. So he used to come with me with a tool, whatever he had in his mind, like 5 times a day. So he comes, Daniel, how was your race? And just making me practice. So things like that, you know, there were a lot of people, you know, in the process that they really tried to help me. And that, you know, I never forget those kind of things.
Next time on NASCAR Next Now.
Corey adored me.
Where you going, Bubba?
Where are you going? Here it comes.
I never touched them.
Hit pause. I am like, dude, I am sorry. And then he puts his hand on my helmet, and then it's
Corey's like, what's going on?
He's got the wooden bell. He's got the wooden bell.
Corey don't even know what's going on. He's just pumped he won the race.